If you're after an easy and economical way to refresh and update your 2019 to 2024 Ram 1500's look and lighting output, then these factory-style headlights will do exactly that for a fraction of the cost of a new set from Ram. These are essentially replicas of your original factory halogens with a little added twist, and they're going to refresh the front end of your truck and save you a bunch of money. Now, when it comes to aftermarket headlights, it's very easy to go over the top, but these really are not that. In fact, they're just essentially a direct replacement for your stock ones, and they look nearly the same. The biggest difference here is that the inner housings are black as opposed to the stock chrome inner housings. So these look a bit more aggressive than your stockers, but they don't sacrifice lighting output because they have those brand new clear lenses as well. Otherwise, these match your OEM headlights, and of course that means they will utilize standard halogen bulbs for your main beams and turn signal indicators, just like your truck would have had from the factory, and in fact you're going to port yours over when you install them. The amber corner lights remain as well, so these look almost like they could have been an option that would have been on a stock truck, maybe with one of the blackout packages that Ram likes to offer. These will shine a bit more brightly simply due to the fact that they are brand new, and running the standard halogen bulbs all the way through means that replacements and even upgrades are inexpensive and easy to come by. The outer housings are made using polypropylene, which is known for its lightweight and its strength. The lenses are made from polycarbonate, as you'd find on pretty much any other headlight. So these are constructed just like your standard original headlights. Now, like we talked about just a few moments ago, you will need to provide or swap over your own bulbs. However, if you want to upgrade, we do have some options on the site for you. And of course, you also get integrated adjusters on the back, which means that these are DOT and SAE compliant and thus fully street legal, again, just like your originals. The other place where these differ from your original headlights, though, is the price. The pair of these will only set you back about $325, and that is less than just one of these headlights if you were to get it directly from Ram. So you're going to get a whole new set and a cooler look for a heck of a lot less money, and really, you can't argue with that. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and the job should take you around 1 hour to complete. This is all plug and play. You just need to swap over your old bulbs or again put in some new ones. Either way, this is an easy job to accomplish at home, even though it does require a little bit of disassembly in order to access the lights. But we're going to walk you through the entire process step by step right now, so for that, let's head out to the shop.
Tools required for this install include a ratchet, clip remover tool, a 10mm ratcheting S-wrench, 7 and 10mm sockets, and a T25 Torx socket. What's up, guys? Today we're installing a set of headlights on our Ram. First, we're going to watch a quick uninstall video showing you how to remove your factory headlights, and I'll meet you right back here for the install.
So for this install, you're going to need to pop your hood, remove your upper rad cover, the grill, and some of the surrounding trim. It's a pretty simple process. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing. So let's get started. So we're going to start by removing our upper rad cover. There's a bunch of plastic clips that need to be removed, so I'm going to use my plastic clip removal tool and pop the heads of them open. And then once I get those all removed, I can pull the panel off. And we're gonna pull this panel right off. The next piece we need to remove is the headlight trim and grille trim here on the top of the vehicle. It's a combination of a pop clip and 10mm screws. So I'm gonna use my clip tool once again and a 10mm socket to pull all of these out, and then I can just remove this piece from the vehicle. Next, I'm going to use my 8mm socket to remove some of the screws here on the inner wheel well and pull the liner back to expose a little bit more hardware that's hiding behind the liner so I can get this panel off that surrounds the headlight. So now that I have the liner pulled back, I've exposed this 10mm bolt here inside the wheel well liner, and I'm going to use my 10mm on a ratchet and just pull that out. Now I'll just repeat this process on the other side. Next, I'm going to need to remove my grill. There are 3 10mm bolts at the bottom of either side of the grill, and there are 4 across the top. I'll just use my 10mm socket on my small impact gun, remove all of those screws, and pull the grill off. So now that I have my grill removed, I can go ahead and start unbolting and unhooking my headlights. I have a clip here at the top, as well as a 10mm bolt, and then I have a 10mm bolt here on the side from the fender, and I'll just use my 10mm socket and my clip tool and pull those out, and then I can unhook my headlights. It's a little hard to see, but I'm just going to unplug my headlight connectors from the back. Just push down on the tabs to release them, and then you can pull the headlight out.
So now that we have our factory headlights removed, we're going to have to swap over all of our bulbs to our new one, as well as 2 bolts that hold in this lower cover that we don't have on our new one. So I'm going to start with our bulbs here. For pretty much all these, you're just going to be twisting to the left to unlock it and pull it out, and then put it in and twist to the right to lock it into place. Now for this one, the bulbs tend to be loose, so just make sure you push it in good before you drop it in, because I've had bulbs come out before. And then we're going to twist to the left to take off the covers for our headlight and high beam bulbs. On our new one, we can just pull them off. And then same thing, twist to the left to unlock it, and then we're going to press in on the tab on our connector. And then pull your connector out of your new one. Lock that into place. And then plug in your connector. And then you can press your cover back on. And then we'll just do that same thing on the other one. This one you have to pull the tabs back. And you can pull your bulb out. And then plug your connector in. And then just press your cover back on. Now we can flip our headlight over And we're gonna need to remove this Torx bolt to swap over here, as well as this one on the other side. So now take a T25 Torx socket and remove that bolt. And then bring that over to your new headlight. Thread it in and tighten it down. And then you can rotate these around. And we'll get that one on the other side as well. And once again, thread it into your new one and tighten it down. Now do that same thing for your other headlight and we'll get these on the truck. Now we just need to plug in our two connectors and slide our headlight into place. Now we can reinstall our two bolts. Got the one up top here, and then the one down at the outside corner. And then just get your headlight lined up and take a 10mm socket to tighten those down. And then do the same thing for your other headlight. Next, we can line up and reinstall our grille. You want to make sure that the hole in this tab slips over this part of the headlight. Next, we can reinstall our upper trim piece. And now with that in place, we can reinstall all of the bolts on our top end. So now we'll reinstall our 4 upper grille bolts. And then we'll reinstall all of the bolts for our upper trim. And now grab your 10mm socket and tighten all of these down. And now we'll wrap up the top end by reinstalling our radiator cover. And now we'll reinstall all of the clips. And now we can hop down to the bottom corner of our grille and reinstall these 3 bolts. The 2 longer ones are going on the 2 inside holes. And then with those tightened down, we can grab our plastic cover. You're just gonna line up all these clips with the slots and just press it into place. And then do that same thing on the other side. And now we'll hop back to our wheel well. Now you have this bolt that goes right through here, down into that clip. Now our bolt's gone missing, so we don't have one to reinstall here, but you can just thread that in and then just take a wrench through the slot here to tighten that down. Then once you have that in place, you can thread in your 2 screws. And then take a 7mm socket, tighten these down, and repeat the same process on the other side. So that'll wrap up this review and install of the factory style headlights with amber corners, black housing, and clear lens for your 2019 and newer Ram 1500 with factory halogen headlights. Thank you for watching, and for all things Ram, keep it right here at AmericanTrucks.com.